Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Anybody wants to come on, you can. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Round 2, back for more. You know, I was listening to this morning's class and I couldn't stop. It was so good. Nobody preaches like that, man. It's uncommon, man. I can't believe I was saying stuff like that, man. I just came back. How could I say? How could that? How could it be possible? I was fascinated. I almost watched the whole class again. That's a long time, man. I was watching that. It was like fascinated. Like, this is really fascinating. Unbelievable. I love it. It's so nice. Harikata. You know, this is the way it's supposed to be. It's like Prabhupada reading his own books. You know, and people were like, you read your own books? Nobody does that. You write a book and then you give it to others to read. You wouldn't want to reread your own book. Who would want to do that? See, that's the world. People, they write you a book and they don't care about it. They just get it so to give it to you and make money off it. Hey, but Prabhupada wasn't like that. Why? Because it's Harikata, man. He's a devotee, man. See, he was engaged in that sacrifice for the pleasure of the Lord and the Lord's devotees, man. Devotees can they can repeat that. They like to say words that give pleasure to the Lord in their hearts and the hearts of real devotees like you all out there listening. That's the secret of life, everlasting. Yeah, now I see what it's like on round one. This is amazing, man. We are so lucky. You know, there's one lady who's, so coming here, I keep running into her. So to me, it's like Krishna has something in mind for her because she's a seeker of truth, and she's got a daughter and they're all really nice, really nice people. And so I ran into her again. This is like every day running out of nowhere, I said, oh, okay, Krishna has something in mind for this gal. I can tell a good heart. And she says, are you doing this again? Because she sees the camera set up here, again, every day the camera is set up in the coffee shop, every day. She says, you do this? I said, yeah, I do this all the time, 3-4 times a day sometimes. Because I just love what I'm doing. And she was, what? You love what you're doing? Who loves what they're doing? Well, some people do, but we're lucky ducks. Yes, lucky ducks. That's what we are. Lucky ducks. Lucky duckies. All right, man. Let's see. So I'm going to take a vote. Should we chant, or should we read from the sacred books? I'm going to read from the sacred books. I answered my own question. Let's pull up a sacred book here. The disappearance of Lord Krishna. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1. Canto 1. Was it Chapter 1? Srimad Bhagavatam 1. Canto 1, Chapter 14. Disappearance of Lord Krishna. I just pulled this up, Jai Srila Prabhupada, and all glories to the assembled devotees. Thank you for your encouragement, keeping me going here with this Hari Katha. Sri Sutta Goswami said, Arjuna went to Dwarka to see Lord Krishna and other friends, and also to learn from the Lord of his next activities. A few months passed, and Arjuna did not return. Maharaj Yudhisthira then began to observe some inauspicious omens. I'm going to read about Lord Caitanya. Let's get some Caitanya Lila up here. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's try this again here. There we go. Oh, sorry, I gotta check in here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. 12, 8, 5, 1, 0. Okay. All right, here we go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So we're going to read, let's see, we'll read Bhajalila Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chapter, let's see, let's try this one. Chapter 15. All glories to Lord Caitanya, the Lord of the entire universe. He is the crown jewel of the Brahmins, and the supreme amongst all Vedic personalities, the perfect renunciate. He is the ocean of compassion and appeared like a brilliant gem out of the womb of the Blessed Mother Sachi. See, Lord Caitanya was the perfect renunciate. That's a leaves that really rules us out. Huh? How are we ever going to come up to become like that? You know, people, they teach in Krishna consciousness to become the perfect renunciate. Oh, you got to become the perfect renunciate to attain Krishna, right? Well, let me tell you what perfect renunciation is, according to what I believe Lord Caitanya considers perfect renunciation. You judge if this is the truth. Okay? Perfect renunciation is to understand the path, that even anybody who hears the path and submissively hears the real message of the Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Lila, Bhagavad Gita, listens very clearly when it's being announced, the good news. See, that's perfect renunciation. See, by hearing the real essential path, you renounce all other illusions. You renounce ignorance. And that's not hard to do. Once you know the truth sets you free. And then you become the perfect renunciate. It's a path anyone can follow. Yeah. The Lord ain't, you see, the Lord is just asking, just hear from my devotees. Yeah. Hear from my devotees and learn what is perfect renunciation. But if you're a non-devotee, you won't be able to teach that, will you? You'll teach some other path. No, perfect renunciation means, just hear from a real devotee empowered to speak the real message of the Bhagavatam, man. You found the perfect path, you found the perfect purification, you found the perfect happiness, you found the perfect solution to your troubles. You found the perfect wealth, you found the highest path, the highest wealth. Well, the Lord knows. That's why he came to show and demonstrate this was the perfect path. He only heard from his devotees. His devotees only heard from him. Yeah. He is an ocean of compassion. Hey, ocean of compassion. How can you be more compassionate than by liberating the living entities without having to be perfect, without having to do it on their own? Now that's compassion, man. To liberate the living entities. Just, to send his devotees to teach the real path. And anybody who listens, they get the compassion of God. Compassion of God upon them. And then they become empowered by that compassion to bring that compassion to others, to share it with others. The Lord wants us to turn to his devotees. Exactly. Yeah, the Lord is residing. See, the Lord, what does that mean, the Lord is residing? He's residing in all the hearts of people, right? But he is and he isn't. See, he's in a dormant condition in most of humanity. See, he's alive in the hearts of his spontaneously awakened devotees. He's alive those who have that rare mercy. See, and that rare mercy is given by those devotees. All you have to do is find one of those rare devotees, come into their association, and follow the Bhagavatam just by attentively listening and submissively listening, and you'll attain this high treasure that they have. I'm here for win-win. I'm not here win-lose. I'm not here to be one of those gurus out there to tell you to get shots, to poison your body so that they can win and they can have their nice little places. And you get nothing in return but a nice shot in the arm full of poisons because you don't go through the regeneration like they don't go through it. No, it's win-win here, man. The compassion of the Lord. You get what I got. To me, I know what real treasure is. Real treasure is this bhakti. The real storehouse of wealth is Krishna. He's my battery, man. I don't need people in the world to be my battery. They can't give anything to me. Not spiritually. My battery is the Lord, man. You see the Matrix movie? They have all these unlimited people. They're the batteries for the demons. See, demons need that. Even the demigods, they need your worship, man. I don't need the demigods or the demons. I'm here to help the demigods and demons. Help them tap into the supreme battery. They've got the equipment. You've got the equipment. It's ready. It just has to be, the machinery has to be activated. See, how do you do that? Well, you got to follow the book, man. Follow the procedure. Follow the map. The map. Here's the map, man. See? By the order of the spiritual master. By the opinion of the spiritual master. See, that's the map. That's the book. Chapter 12 of Adi Lila. By the order, by the opinion. See, this opinion. See? By the opinion of the spiritual master is the active principle of your spiritual life. It activates your spiritual life. Otherwise, it doesn't get activated. Not really. You can new agey your spiritual life, make it new agey, but that's not out of this universe yet. You can Buddha your life, maybe, but that's not out of this universe. That's not even in nirvana. That'll take you, according to the Buddhists, that'll take you 100 lifetimes as a Buddha, perfect Buddha, perfecting your Buddhism. Just to get nirvana, that's a kind of a Brahmin thing, a void thing. See, to get void. See, that's supposed to be attractive, to be void. It's kind of like for that, our friend over here, awareness of awareness. Awareness of awareness? Come on, man. That's a chunk change goal. How about aware of love of God dancing inside your heart, man? Now that's a goal. See, that's a disciplic line. You hear from that person, if they're really connected with the Lord, that electricity will flow through the disciplic line all the way back from Lord Caitanya and Nityananda. In here. Okay? He is an ocean of compassion, appeared like a brilliant gem out of the womb of the Blessed Mother Sachi. All glories to Lord Vishwambara and Lord Nityananda, and all glories to the devotees and associates. All glories to his devotees and associates. See? All glories to his devotees, see? Real devotees, all glories to them. And associates, that's them. Devotees and associates is synonymous. Is everybody going with the name devotee and associate? Is everybody with the name devotee a devotee? What kind of devotee? What level of a devotee? Are they a devotee? Well, actually as it is by the word? Or are they like a semblance of a devotee? Semblance means they seem like, they're dressed like devotees. Okay? But as love for God, love for Krishna awakened in their heart? Well, probably not. See? But all glories to those who are, those rare persons that are devotees. You should be giving your glories to real devotees and real transcendentally situated associates of the Lord. That is the perfect path. That is without contamination. You're not mixing bad apples with transcendental apples. Hey, you're not even mixing good apples with transcendental apples. Why do that? Why not get rid of material dualities, of the materialistic dualities of good and bad apples? Just push them aside and just make prominent before your face forever. See? The transcendental apple of your eye. See? Not one eye like this. See? Two eyes before your eyes. See? I'm telling you, that is a secret. Don't put yes, Prabhupada and then these gurus who are not like him. They're not in the real line yet. The electricity flows to Prabhupada. Well, where is it flowing? Is it flowing through these gurus? I haven't seen one of them that flows through. That's why they tell you to get the all glories to the Lord. See, the transcendental Lord and his eternal associates. That's why Prabhupada said, my Gurudev did not appoint anybody as the Acharya. He didn't mention anything about that. They should have just continued the mission and only worship associates of the Lord like Bhaktisiddhanta. And then but people can't do that. That's why we have to reiterate the situation. We have to teach this again. This book is as it is, man. All glories to the Lord and his intimate associates, not just anybody. It's like saying, oh, an ordinary devotee that's not really a devotee yet can become guru. That's what we got now. That's called religion. See? All kinds of speculations mixed in there. That's like these poopy popes, man. They can't get you to God. There's nothing. They're just like you. Mundane. Material. They just got a nicer dress and they got their little friends and with a little crafty intelligence. They studied a few verses, wormed their way into the position somehow or other by hook or crook. A lot of times they're worse than you. Look at how many pedophiles and gurus they had in ISKCON. Look how many pedophiles they have in the Christian church sometimes, wearing their robes. And everybody says, oh, he's such a great man, he's a pedophile. See? No, sorry, they're not worshipable. Even if you're a good person, sorry, you're not of the standard of the Bhagavat. Bhagavat is transcendental knowledge. It's all about transcendental personalities. It's all about transcendental worship. See, transcendental, transcendental. Do you want to transcend? Well, that's how you do. You worship only transcendental personalities, those empowered by the Spirit, where you can see that the God has chosen them, like a Lalita Ganga and a river, and anybody that has the Spirit of the Lord living inside them. Ah, yes. Oh, you can recognize. See, the Lord shows you. He's showing you here. This is the first real showing of his mercy. Oh, yeah, that's why you see even the guru, your guru here says, oh, look at Lalita Ganga, man. I'll kiss her feet. I'll kiss River's feet. My Lord, that I worship, whose transcendental is living in them. Anybody understand this? And he's not living in Radhanath. I never seen that. He's not living in Jayapataka. I never seen that Lord, that same Lord that I see in them, and in this guy, this fool, and in Johan, and in Amy Rose. I don't see in any of them. I'll take Amy Rose. Give me Amy Rose. I find much better association there than with the thousands of those ISKCON gurus. Give me the Amy Rose. Give me a sincere follower of real devotees. Otherwise, I don't want any part of that. I don't need any hypocrisy in my life. I don't need any gurus claiming that they're worshipable and, oh, Guru, they give me mercy and they can't give you transcendental mercy. What good is that, man? Phew. Useless. Yeah. It's a dish rag, man. And if you're thinking, he's so offensive. What, offensive for what? It's like taking a piece of paper and going, oh, you offended the paper. Oh, yeah, let me do it again. Oh, you offended the paper. Let me do it again. Oh, Radhanath, you can't do anything for me, and you're leading people over the cliff. That's the truth, man. Well, that's your illusion if it bothers you. It doesn't bother me. I keep chanting exit. I think the Lord loves that. He said, whoa, boy, man, somebody's finally representing the truth in this world. Everybody's going downhill, man. Somebody's standing up, keeping the truth up there as a light. You know, one of the rare ones. No wonder Jesus said, while I'm in this world, I'm the light of the world. Because he was preaching the light, preaching truth, man. And very few people, nobody was doing it except him. Just like now. The only ones really doing it are my students. They're all preaching all this baloney, man. Oh, your austerities, your ekadasis are going to get you into the kingdom. And everybody's still doing their dry rounds, holding back imagined ecstasy that is not even there. Well, my guru did this. I'll do this too and become guru. He did it. I can do it too. Pretty ballsy, huh? I told you, we're the stress testers. If the guru has to show that they're not pop metal, we got to see if they're made of steel. Otherwise, we're going to steal away their little following, their little batteries. We're gonna get those little batteries before they're completely drained and plug them into the supreme battery Radha and Krishna. Give them some real juice. All glories to Vishwambara and Nityananda. One attains the highest perfection of life by constantly hearing the narrations of Lord Caitanya's transcendental pastimes. Okay, highest perfection of life, constantly hearing. Okay? Lord Caitanya's transcendental pastimes. See, transcendental. This is one of them, man. You know, how to be delivered, man. This transcendental pastimes is delivering the conditioned souls. And this is how you do it, man. You speak the truth. You know, you chant in ecstasy and you speak about the glories of the ecstatic path, man. These are the pastimes of Lord Caitanya. Not just, oh yeah, hearing about the pastimes of Lord Caitanya and not understanding them. How many people are doing that? You notice? Shri Guru, 40 years doing this. Shri Guru Charana Padma. See, they're chanting the glory, the pastimes of the Lord, and not understanding them. Because their gurus don't understand. Their gurus are not representing, because they never seen a guru who radiated ecstatic prema. They never heard words that destroy. By their words, ignorance is destroyed. Never heard that till they come here. All of a sudden, knowing so many realizations. My God, I understand the songbook like that. Instead of 40 years of it going in and not penetrating the heart like truth is supposed to. Constantly hearing, of course. How do you do constantly hear? Well, you gotta become attracted, man. You come here after a while, you want to hear about the pastimes of the Lord. And you're liberated. See, one attains the highest perfection of life, which is simply attraction to the Lord, attraction to the conclusive truth. See? Attracted to ecstatic worship. Ecstatic to conclusive understanding, transcendental knowledge. That's the highest perfection. And then you'll go on in sadhu sangha forever. And if the devotees like this disperses or disappears, you'll create sadhu sangha. You'll have the gift and the power to do that. And then you're a real branch. And anywhere you go, you're like a Narada Muni. You deliver the truth to whoever will listen to you. That's what we're creating here. Win-win, man. We plug you in, so you win. What do you think Jesus did? Do you think he just sapped the energy of his devotees? He gave them something. He gave them the Holy Spirit. The Father sent it to them because they heard from him. It's like you guys get you get Radha and Krishna dancing in your heart. You get love of God. You get attraction. Your miseries are going more and more and more, becoming more and more attractive. You're getting something here, right? This is all about. I'm also getting. I love it, man. I love this win-win thing. And I win, you win. See? I win more, you win more. It's like perfect horseshoes. Every time I throw a horseshoe out, it hits the spike, and it's a dead ringer. No, a live ringer every time. Live ringers. And I just throw the horseshoe out. It's like going golfing in the hole in one every day. Hole in one, hole in one, hole in one. Can you imagine? Never missing the hole. These topics of Navadvip Leela, as recorded by Madhya are like an ocean of nectar. The Lord was always engrossed in Sankirtan, relishing the taste of his transcendental name and thus intoxicated. He exhibited the symptoms of ecstasy, and he also revealed his super mundane opulences. Super mundane opulences. These are the empowerments that a devotee gets from relishing the ecstasy in the holy name. It's amazing. The intoxication. It's like that's where the real path is, where the devotees show the real nature of the Lord. The Lord's nature is intoxicated on the holy name. You come here, you see devotees intoxicated on the holy name. They're teaching the real path of the Lord. Only they know it. Nobody else knows. Radhanath doesn't know it. Yeah, you know it, Radhanath? Oh, Jayapataka, you know it? Oh, really? How about you gurus and Gaudiya? You know it? Well, come show us that you know it. Yeah. Come bring a few of your disciples and show them that you really know it. Are you willing to take the risk? Because if you can't show it, you might have your disciples leave. Because you're not real steel, you're pop metal. So therefore, we're here to steal. Steal. See, we are steel here. So steel steals people away from the illusion. Isn't that? Hey man, my Lord's, his name is Hari. He steals your illusions away. He's a steal. He's a thief. So if you're just pop metal out there, the steel is here to steal away your illusion and their illusion and everybody's illusion. You gotta steal it away, man. Nobody's gonna give it up willingly, practically. Not everybody is like an Amy Rose. Yeah. The Lord was always engrossed in Sankirtan. That's right, we're stealing bases. We're waiting for them not to look, and then we run and get to each base, you know. First base, second base, third base, and fake them out, you know. Fake out these gurus, man. You know? And then get to the home plate, man. See, the Lord was always engrossed in Sankirtan, relishing the taste of his own transcendental name. We got to do that, man. That's the whole purpose of this Sangha, is to relish the taste of the Lord's holy name. See? That's what he showed. That's what he demonstrated. Because look, relishing the taste of his holy name, and thus intoxicated, he exhibited. He exhibited. Listen up, you ISKCON devotees, you Gaudiya Smiti, Gaudiya Math. Listen up, everybody. He exhibited the symptoms he exhibited. I'll say it a few more million times. He exhibited the symptoms, the crying, the laughing, the choking up, the symptoms of loving God, the verb, you know, not the noun, or not the nun. The nun, I gotta show you the nun of love of God. It's none of that. No, he exhibited. See, expression, expressive. Ooh, exhibitionist. Yes, exhibition of this love of God, and how beautiful it is to worship the Lord in such a wonderful way. Oh, Lalita, Ganga, and Johan are doing that too. Oh, wow. They must have found the real path. They must be a recipient of the mercy of the real path. Wow. This must be a revival of the real path, the real truth, the conclusive truth. Oh, this is overturning Narayan Miraj's thing. We're not supposed to show. Oh, well, the book says if you're going to teach this bhakti, why should we be any different than our master? He exhibited this ecstatic devotion. Oh, and we're not supposed to? Oh, oh, somebody's wrong here. I think the book is right, and I'm going to hold up the conclusive teaching of the book, the right example, because it's time. Because he exhibited the transcendental emotions, he attracted people to follow the ecstatic path, the prema path that was being given. And that's why we get people attracted also to follow this path, the prema path, attract them from the Vaidhi path even. Because, okay, how long you did? You tired of chanting dry rounds? Come over here and chant some wet rounds with wet eyes and a wet nose dripping with mucus, like the Lord did. He had a person sitting there, Sridhar. He was blowing his nose constantly from all this prema that, look, it's happening here. You even see River and blowing her nose, and everybody, Janakis and Govinda, all of them blowing their nose. You must be of the same family of Lord Caitanya, I would say. This must be a real family, man. We're crying like Lord Caitanya. We're laughing like Lord Caitanya. We're blowing our nose like Lord Caitanya. We're choking up Lord Caitanya. Whoa, we must be part of that liberated family. And anybody else who wants to come and associate with us, transcendentally mad persons will also become transcendentally mad, because that's how you do it. No other way, not by your austerities taught by these gurus out there. You just simply have to find recipients of this special mercy that we have here. Why look anywhere else? It's already here. You can look anywhere else, but it's here and nowhere else. I looked, I didn't see it. If you find another place where it is, great. See, the purpose of this book is to show the path, right? Show the path. But it's in a book, so somebody has to show the path in life, like it was shown. The book was written about a live experience, so you got to see live experience to know what's really in this book, so it can be really in your life experience. It's pretty simple. It's so simple and so clear and so intelligent that these big gurus show that they don't have any big knowledge. They don't have big knowledge because they don't have big ecstasy. Okay? And the Lord doesn't even give them yet the intelligence to go to those who have big knowledge because of big ecstasy. Therefore, why should I make that any big deal to me? Why shouldn't I show you how useless that is now that this is available? How unimportant that is since this is available. Why shouldn't I show that truth? The truth will set you free. If you see, oh, well, that's not very important. This is important. The mercy of Lord Caitanya, where that is the most important thing that you can find in Krishna consciousness. Where to get prema bhakti is the most important thing you can find in Krishna consciousness. The Lord was always engrossed in Sankirtan, relishing the taste of his own transcendental name. And thus intoxicated, he exhibited symptoms. While thus intoxicated, he exhibited symptoms. You notice the most auspicious thing you can do is to come to these devotees classes who chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion and get darshan of the same God that the Lord was getting darshan of. And just to see that is the most auspicious thing you've done your whole day, if not your whole life. Many of these sannyasis and brahmins and gurus are too proud to go where you get the most auspicious experience of your life, is seeing devotees in ecstasy. You know, can you imagine you going to see Lord Caitanya and you would see a person tasting the ecstasy in the holy name? You're not going to see that for another 4,320,000,000 years until you find a devotee who comes before that. Also relishing the ecstasy in the holy name, also crying tears of joy, God joy, and laughing, ecstatic God madness, and laughing. And choking up because of loving, calling out to the Lord out of love and appreciation and jubilation. The happiness of being given the gift of being saved and wanting to save others by just teaching them the real path by their own experience. All that is here, my friends. You show me a stronger path than this that we're preaching in ISKCON, in Gaudiya Math, or Gaudiya Smriti, or in Christianity even, or as Muslims, or in any religion, or in the world, in any New Age thing. You show me a better, stronger, more ecstatic path than this. It gives greater purification, greater knowledge, and greater spiritual happiness. The sweet ambrosia of love of God led the Lord to act like a madman. The Lord, whose body was the object of Lord Brahma's worship, was besmeared with dust from rolling on the ground. See, the Lord showed all these things, and then he told his followers, who also got the gift. He says, okay, now you write about this. You make books about these symptoms, and I'll send preachers who will preach these glories in these books. You know, people need to hear the real path. They need to hear that it is good to cry in ecstasy when you chant the Lord's name. That is where the real path of prema is accessible in this very life. And otherwise it's not accessible. You will not get it. You will not get it on your own. You can't even dream that ecstatic devotion is the real path. Even though you'll have the books, you cannot understand it until you meet the devotees preaching the books, preaching these conceptions with their realized understanding, their real eyes and their... So, I think I'll stop for a while. Maybe go take a nap. I've been feeling like doing that. I forgot, I didn't take much of a nap earlier. I'm also getting hungry. It must be, it's getting 12 o'clock. Yeah, okay, I'll go do this stuff a little bit here. Hey, thank you very much for coming and giving me a chance to glorify the truth, man. I want to come back. The next phase, I want to come back and just relish this ecstasy of chanting the holy name and cry and laugh. And don't give me, I don't care, any of you guys watching this here,
or watching the next one and with this crying and laughing and choking up, or watching Lalita Ganga River crying, laughing, just go back to my videos where I'm glorifying this, you know, and proving to the world that this is the most auspicious thing in Krishna consciousness. This is what people should be seeing, man. You should be seeing devotees crying, laughing, choking up, and sharing their realizations that come from that. That is the perfect path of Krishna consciousness. That is the perfect path in this world for anybody and any person in this world who's just to do that. And really, she's all juiced up, and she'll be back too. Also. And also we might be seeing some devotees inspired to get on the horse, man, and show us all what real ecstasy is. I've already, talked about it and glorified it with the word. They can show it with the deed. I'm also want to show it with the deed too. I'm looking and say I want to get into this chanting the holy name in ecstasy and relishing that ecstatic bliss.